So my advice to the females is the same as my advice to the males. It's that if you want to race a motorcycle, go and do it. The only thing that I say different to the females as opposed to the men is do not use being a female as an excuse. You can do it. If you want to do it and you put your mind to it, you can do it. I'm out here doing it, you know? And if I can do it, anybody out there can do it. And it might be harder, but put the work in. You'll be all right. Just go do it. When I was asked by my friend Tony Pogue if I would like to race here in China, immediately I said yes. To me, it's an amazing experience, something that I cannot pass up. You know, it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime things. For me, it's like a dream. And I love to see different parts of the world. And so, of course, to race in China is amazing. Zhuhai circuit is awesome. It's so fun, but it was tough, very difficult in the beginning because there's not a lot of reference points, and I've never ridden on a 1000 before, so the straightaways are very short. Oh, coming from a 600 to a 1000, I'm using muscles that I have not used before. I'll tell you what, you have to really put a lot of power into the 1000 to get it to turn, but as soon as you crack the throttle, the power is there, you know, and it's a big difference for sure. I'm also having to change the way that I ride. It's a little bit more, you know, braking, turn, get on the gas, where a 600, you can carry a little bit more speed. So I'm having to change the way that I'm thinking and the way that I'm riding. And so in a very short time, I had to figure it out. So we're still picking up speed, and I know we still have a lot to go, but I couldn't do this without such an amazing team behind me. So I really like riding the 1000. This EBR bike she's awesome. Well, I think it's probably similar in America to a lot of other places. That's the thing about racing, is that it's a common thread. We all are doing the same thing, you know? And in the United States, you start racing at the local level, you progress to the regional and the national level after that. And it's a lot the same. The racers in the US, they're tough, man. It's some tough competition there for sure. So you've got to be on your game to be able to make it to the nationals. The AMA and the Moto America level, that's where it's at. There's some amazing riders. We've got riders all around the world that are coming to race in the United States. So the level is very high, and I love it. That's what I want to do. I want to compete at the highest levels. As a female, it's a bit different because there's positives and there's also negatives, right? Like, you stick out like a sore thumb, you know, and everybody sees you out there, and that's good sometimes, but you also are never taken as seriously as maybe the men are, and so you have to work really hard. It's a bit of a struggle as a female racer, more than what I think a lot of people would imagine, but it's okay for me because this is what I want to do, and I'm willing to work harder to be able to do it, and so I'm okay with putting the work in. At least 5 days a week. To be a motorcycle racer, you've got to be very fit. I've got some some muscles. But I ride mini bikes a lot, dirt bikes, for training. To me, that's the best training because the motorcycle slides around underneath of you. It's little, you can crash it a lot, you're fine. It's much less expensive to crash than a big bike. I also do circuit training, and I ride a lot of bicycles. I don't like riding bicycles, but I ride bicycles because it's really good training for the motorcycles. I watch what I eat, I watch what I drink, I make sure to eat healthy. I don't drink alcohol anytime 2 weeks before a race. I think especially as a female racer, we're not built the same as the guys, you know? We don't have as much muscle, so we need to take as much advantage as we can to make ourselves the best athlete possible. It's no more difficult to do the clutch for a female than it is for a guy to do the clutch. But I'll tell you what, the size of my hands are much smaller than a lot of the guys' hands. So the braking, I always have to have the brake lever in so far, so I don't have to reach for it. You know, that's the biggest trouble that I've had as a female, as far as like how I'm built and what we have to adjust on the bike. One of the things that's very different, I think, as a female rider is the upper body strength to turn the bike. So because I don't have the same upper body strength as a male rider, I use a lot of my legs, you know? Yep, I have to use my legs to turn the bike. Because when you are picking the bike up, you want to push on the outside to help to lift the bike. And when you're going into a turn, you want to push on the inside peg to get it to turn in, you know? But, and so that's all your leg strength there. Yeah, strength in the legs, lots of squats, and bicycling. Yeah, the sliding, heck yeah, I love it.
Is it easy to do that?
Totally easy. No. No, it's not easy to learn it, but once you learn it, then, oh man, that's all you want to do.
How do you get used to the slide?
The sliding, you have to be smooth, and you have to pick up the throttle smooth, you know? And feeling the motorcycle move underneath of you, you know? Letting it move is the key. But I think that learning to slide the bike and doing the flat track, I think that helps out big time with these big bikes, because this thing yesterday, it was sliding around on me. Today in the race, it was sliding around. And so if I didn't do the testing on the mini bikes and the flat track bikes and sliding, then I wouldn't know what to do, you know? This bike actually does not have traction control, so we don't have the benefit of that. So the traction control is right here.